Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news program, coming to you from Canal, Algérie. To the headlines. The President of the Republic sends an official invitation to the President of the Republic of Lebanon to participate in the upcoming Arab Summit to be held by Algeria. The President of the Republic extends condolences after the death of Hafsi Abdullah, head of the Office of Studies and General Regulations at the High Command of the National People's Army. The kickoff of the national campaign for the cleaning of educational institutions with the participation of all concerned parties for the new academic year. The launch of the first summer university at the Great Mosque of Paris on the role of Islam as a religion of peace and tolerance. Good evening, those are today's headlines. First in our news, the Minister of Justice, Keeper of the Seals, Abdel Rashid Tabbi, was received on Friday in his capacity as a special envoy of the President of the Republic, Abdel Majid Tebboune, by the President of the Republic of Lebanon, Michel Aoun, to whom he handed a letter of invitation by his brother, the President Abdel Majid Tebboune, to participate in the proceedings of the 31st Arab Summit that will take place in Algiers between the 1st and 2nd November 2022. The meeting was an opportunity to discuss the ongoing preparations for the Arab Summit that constitutes an opportunity to promote and strengthen the joint Arab action to meet the different challenges on the regional and international levels. The President Michel Aoun praised the laborious efforts by Algeria to ensure the success of the upcoming Arab Summit and expressed the full readiness of Lebanon to participate and contribute to the success of this important Arab event. This meeting was also an opportunity to evoke the brotherly and cooperation relations uniting Algeria and Lebanon. At the end of the summit, at the end of this meeting, the Lebanese president tasks the Minister of Justice to convey to his brother, the President Abdel Majid Tebboune, his warm greetings as well as his full conviction of Algeria's capacity to achieve a gathering Arab summit for promising joint Arab action. The President of the Republic, Abdel Majid Tebboune, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, presented his sincere condolences to the family of the late war veteran, General Hafsi Abdullah, head of the Office of Studies and General Regulations at the High Command of the National People's Army, and to all the members of the National People's Army, praying God Almighty to grant him mercy and to welcome him in his vast paradise and to grant patience to his close ones. General of the Army Said Shingriha, Chief of Staff of the National People's Army, also presented on his behalf and on behalf of all the personnel of the National People's Army his sincere condolences and expressed to the family of the deceased his profound compassion, praying God Almighty to grant him mercy and to welcome him in his vast paradise, and to grant his family and close ones courage and strength in this hard trial. Ahead of the beginning of the new academic year, the Minister of National Education, Abdel Hakim Belabed, accompanied by the Minister of the Environment and of Renewable Energies, Samia Mwelfi, have kicked off the national cleaning campaign of educational establishments from the middle school Bashir Boujim'a and the primary school Lamir Abdel Qadir in the municipality of Ben Talha in Berraqi. This campaign began in several provinces. Many educational establishments in Bashar and Iran have already benefited of this embellishing operations, as well as we will see in this story taken up by Najah Tayyar.
Clean, tidy up and decorate. Under the slogan Back to School in a Clean Environment, a national campaign for education establishments embellishing was launched by the Ministry of Education. The operation considered Constantine, Wirgla, Bashar and Oran provinces. Here we are in Oran, this primary school where everyone works hard to welcome the students in the best conditions. As you know, we are a few days away from the school year start. All the material and human resources are mobilized in order to make a success of this national campaign of school embellishment, which will benefit all the educational establishments in Oran province to receive the students in the best conditions. As a part of the preparations for the start of the school year 2022-2023, the Ministry of Education organized a national school cleaning campaign that has been launched by the Education Directorates in coordination with the Ministry of Environment and Renewable Energy in order to ensure a clean and healthy school environment. Here in Bashar, in this primary school, everyone is given a hand. The parents did not hesitate to join this embellishment operation. We would like our children to return to school in the best condition. I am very happy to see that everyone is involved in this campaign. Our goal is that our children be in a clean and healthy school environment. With this national campaign, schools will be ready to welcome students and teachers in the perfect circumstances.
Within the framework of the reinforcement of its electricity network, the CEO of Sonalgas Group announced from Bijaya the launch of the construction of an electrical transformer with a capacity of 30 to 60 kilowatts hour at the level of Al-Qasr industrial zone. The first summer university at the Great Mosque of Paris launched on Friday at the Arab World Institute with 3 reflection days scheduled to answer various questions on the role of Islam as a religion of peace and tolerance. This event was attended by several Islamic scholars, philosophers, as well as the Minister of Religious Affairs and Waqfs, Yusuf Bilmahdi. Report by Afaf Bilhushad, commentary by Manal Ammari.
On the occasion of the opening of the summer university at the Great Mosque of Paris, the Minister of Religious Affairs and Waqf stated that it is a reminder of the message of tolerance echoed through the religious sermons delivered by Algerian scholars, inspired by our ancestors' religious traditions.
أولى في تاريخها بحضور طبعا وتنسيق مع سعادة السفير وأنا هنا لكي أحضر معهم.
I would like to congratulate the Great Mosque of Paris for the organization of the first summer university. I am here to participate and discuss important issues. The message of the Algerian Imam or scholar is supported by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, inside and outside the country. I would like to remind you that we celebrated National Imam Day on Thursday, an initiative made by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, who gave a great importance to imams since they're considered society's driving force, and that is the message that we would like to transmit to imams in France, since serving the Algerian community abroad is the President's priority.
Je profite, si vous me permettez, l'occasion pour vraiment remercier le président de la République, Saad Majid Tebboune.
I would like to thank the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, and the Minister of Religious Affairs and Waqfs, Yusuf Bilmahdi, whose speech resonated with the attendees, since it included many religious messages from the other side of the Mediterranean. He was also accompanied by the President of the High Council for Youth and the President of the National Observatory of Civil Society, which shows that President Tebboune truly wants to build a bridge between the two sides of the Mediterranean. Some of the issues tackled on the first day of debates organized at the Arab World Institute included the role of Islam in a country governed by secularism, what is the role of the Federation of the Great Mosque of Paris, and the relation to be maintained between other Muslim federations in France to manage the issue of worship better in the service of the faithful, and what is the Imam's role in spreading the fundamental principles of Islam.
Des journées de réflexion et de méditation sont très symboliques de ce que signifie d'abord l'Institut du monde arabe.
This is a day to reflect upon the meaning of Islam. It is the religion of peace and respect. Islam is naturally the creed of the Great Mosque of Paris, a religion of peace, fraternity, and tolerance. The Great Mosque of Paris plays an important role in preserving and defending Muslims' interests, namely fighting against racism and extremism in France, to give the faithful complete freedom to worship in peace.
The president of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, Brahim Ghali, saluted the historical position of Angola in favor of the combat of the Sahrawi people for their fair cause. A statement made during a press briefing Thursday in Luanda by the Sahrawi president on the sidelines of his participation in the inauguration ceremony of the Angolan president re-elected for a second term. In a communique made public Thursday, Peru reaffirmed its sovereign will to renew its diplomatic relations with the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Peru has also reiterated the right of the Sahrawi people to self-determination. Still on the international level, precisely in Morocco, where Aziz Akhanouch is the target of all criticism. Prime Minister and the owner of an energy group at the same time is accused of filling his pockets on the expense of Moroccans. Rania Al-Bahri with the details.
The head of the Makhzen government, Aziz Akhanouch, continues day after day to lose the confidence of the Moroccan people, particularly in view of the conflict of interest between his position as the head of government and as main shareholder of the Aqwa Group holding, of which Ifriqiya subsidiary is part, the largest distributor of fuels and lubricants in the kingdom. According to observers and political groups in Morocco, this conflict of interest makes Akhanouch one of the direct responsibles for the socio-economic crisis that the kingdom has been going through for several months. Fuel prices are rising in Morocco, while on the world market they are experiencing a decline, which irritates Moroccans who accused Akhanouch for amassing fortunes on their expense. According to the Moroccan party in Najah Demokrati, Aziz Akhanouch's concern for his business is the main reason for the deterioration of the socio-economic situation of Moroccans. The Makhzen government's neglect of the concerns of its people will soon shake the kingdom. Today, the situation, more than ever, is on the verge of explosion, and all Moroccans are not ready to let it go.
Following the death of 2 students after the fires that took place in a university dormitory in Oujda, the National Moroccan Students' Union published a communique demanding an urgent investigation on the circumstances of this tragedy. The union highlights that the fire exposed the systematic neglect that residents of Moroccan college dorms hosting thousands of students are confronting. The cultivation of guava trees in Tipaza province, an exotic fruit with multiple benefits that also requires a lot of water, hence the use of the drip system for an economic process of watering. Report by Majda Jahmoun, commentary by Rania Al-Bahri.
Introduced in Algeria during the 70s as an experiment, guava is now cultivated in Fouca municipality in Tipaza province. Omar specializes in the production of this exotic fruit since 2008. He prepares a harvest in his 2 hectares farm. The yield is estimated between 200 to 250 quintals annually. Guava originates from the Middle East. It was introduced to Algeria in the 70s. We have 400 guava trees in our farm. We managed to cultivate this fruit thanks to the climate of Fouca municipality, which helped us a lot. Despite the benefits of this fruit and its richness in vitamin C, it remains little unknown to consumers, and its marketing is not very extended. Rich in vitamins, guava is made of 83% of water. To obtain this good quality, Omar uses the drip method to irrigate his 400 guava trees. The guava trees require large quantities of water. This drip system allowed me to water my guava trees. The irrigation of these trees is done at night. The support of government and its accompaniment will be a great step for us. Guava has a lot of benefits, such as the fight against hypertension and the strengthening of the immune system. This delicious fruit fully deserves its place in our diet.
And with that, we wrap up our news bulletin. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.